how I think about this space really is it's not an either or. Our job is to get this trade right, because this is the biggest trade in all history. So far, Bitcoin is the greatest performing asset of all time, and that's only been in 12 years. It's 22.5 million%. It does 150% a year returns, and that includes 4 80% drawdowns. Ethereum's actually does even higher returns, about 170, and Solana's currently about 240% returns. So this is unbelievable returns. But really, for people watching this, just think of this. It's a $2.5 trillion asset class investing in this new technology stack. By the end of this business cycle, it's probably 10 to 15 trillion. Okay, that's starting to get around gold size. It's going to 100 trillion. That's just extrapolating the growth. It's growing at twice the speed of the internet. So if that's the case, then going from 2.5 trillion to 100 trillion by, I think, 2032, maybe 2034, means that this is the largest, fastest accumulation of wealth in all human history. So our job is just to participate sensibly in that growth. And so I try, yes, me, because I'm an asset allocator, I know how to do this, I'll look at switching around. But for most people, just own a spread of this stuff, the top tier tokens, and let the trade play out, I think is how I think about it.
Raoul Pal chooses his options for long-term time frames. While Solana appears to be particularly strong, SWI is on the cusp of a recovery after breaking through the important resistance at $4.88. Solana, the fifth largest cryptocurrency by market cap, looks stupidly bullish on long-term time frames. According to Paul, the long-term Solana chart is stupidly bullish. On a logarithmic scale, Paul indicated the strongest resistance level that has suppressed Solana's rally for over 4 years. For Solana to rise, it absolutely needs to stay above its November 2021 high of over $250. Paul's supporters agreed with The Economist and pointed to the next Fibonacci level, 1.618, as a potential new target for Solana price discovery. To reach this milestone, Solana price needs to hit $410. Public enthusiasm for cryptocurrencies is catalyzed by the announcement of Winternit's Vault, a solution that uses quantum-resistant hash functions. It leverages Winternit's unique signatures, watts, to protect Solana's resilience against quantum computing attacks. SWI is set to enter hyperspace once this resistance is over. At the same time, critics advise Solana holders to be wary of selling pressure. Solana supply is expected to see large-scale token launches in Q1 2025. According to Raoul Pal, Solana should be enough to make you a millionaire. Before we move forward, if you want to stay updated with the latest crypto events and news, you can subscribe to our channel and like this video. Now, let's get back to Raoul Pal's view on Solana and the overall crypto market.
I'm pretty bullish. I think it's a bit of a fool's game to try and predict. I'm happy at predicting the overall value of the space. I'm happy to say at some point Bitcoin will go to 1 million. What date that is, I don't know. But yeah, I try not to put targets on stuff because it kind of messes with your head. You forget to take profits when you want to because it didn't get to my target. You get yourself wrong-footed really quick by having targets like that. I would start by buying Bitcoin, Solana, and ETH equally weighted. You're making no decision there. By you doing that, you will start watching content, reading content, learning. You'll find other opportunities. But, personally, I keep saying to people the best way to do this is do something like that. And then if you want to play around with 10% of your portfolio and other stuff when you're learning. But yes, I would just, we're currently having a nice correction. Perfect time to add. And if you've got a 5-year plus time horizon, remember that. Write it down. Because when the market's miserable and it's fallen 70%, but from a much higher high, you'll be starting to panic. And you need to tell yourself, write on a bit of paper, when that moment happens, that's when I need to buy more. Mm-hmm. Buying more on the cyclical downturns in a secular trend is how to compound wealth faster than any other way I know.
The last few days in the cryptocurrency market have been extremely dark and painful, with total margin position liquidations amounting to $880 million. The majority of this amount is, of course, long bets, which amounted to $808.74 million, or 91.8% of the total. Painful, especially for the bulls. The biggest hit was, of course, suffered by Bitcoin, the leading cryptocurrency, with the imbalance between long and short liquidations in the perpetual futures market reaching as high as 1,680%. Amidst this crypto bloodbath, the attention of most market participants has been focused on price charts and what major opinion leaders are saying about the FX market speculation. Raoul Pal, the apologist for the banana zone, a concept that has attracted a lot of people in this cycle and gained recognition in the space. According to Paul, what is happening right now is nothing more than noise. Paul's words can be attributed to the emergence of DeepSeek, a new rival to ChatGPT but from China. The fact that this AI chatbot managed to do the same job, but at a cost of 20 times lower, created enormous chaos in the AI sector of the traditional stock market, causing the collapse of Nvidia shares and the NASDAQ as a whole. According to common opinion, this is what triggered the recent collapse of the cryptocurrency market, and according to Paul, it is nothing more than mere noise that will in no way prevent the price of crypto assets from skyrocketing in the medium and long term. The recipe for handling the situation right now, according to Paul, is quite simple. Stay calm and buy when stocks fall. Don't screw it up, warns the expert trader. Paul also predicted that the cryptocurrency market would explode in the coming years, leading to $1 trillion market cap. The analyst explained the macroeconomic trends that shaped the global financial sector after the 2008 crisis. According to Paul, every bear cycle first boosts tech stocks because they help shape the future of the markets. He cited the fact that cryptocurrencies are built on technology and the next recession will propel them to new highs after the recovery. Paul supported the observation that the tech sector is the biggest winner after the stock market crash. He explained that the cryptocurrency market is the first to benefit from a downturn because its technology is new and unexplored. The expert predicted that if the cryptocurrency market reaches a market cap of $2.5 trillion, the next stop will be $100 trillion. Paul backed his prediction using Metcalfe's law, which is driving unprecedented levels of adoption. According to him, the market will experience mass adoption after the next recession, which will propel it to new highs. Chris Bernst, former director of ARK Invest, also backed Raoul Pal's bold and optimistic forecasts. Bernst said that he would not dismiss Paul's observations, as it is possible that the cryptocurrency market could reach a capitalization of $100 trillion. Kathy Wood of ARK Invest also strongly believes that Bitcoin could reach $1 million in the next few years. If this happens, the overall cryptocurrency market will explode, leading several altcoins to reach new highs in the rankings. In conclusion, leading experts in the sector believe that the conditions are in place for the market to take off. Paul also believes that Bitcoin could be on the verge of a major surge, drawing parallels to its performance in 2016. The macroeconomics expert pointed out similarities in market conditions, suggesting that Bitcoin could see a dramatic surge, but not an exact repeat of past events. Paul noted that while the trajectory may not perfectly mirror that of 2016, the overall trend indicates upward momentum for Bitcoin. In 2016, the cryptocurrency was trading at nearly $1,000 before rallying to $20,000 in 2017. He advised investors to be patient and focus on the long-term trend.